How about Jawline for the new gator?
I'm going to add that to the top 10 list.
The gator kind of reminds you of Mr. Bottomtooth from Family Guy. This amazing creature said, "See you later, alligator," to her entire upper jaw and yet survived.
Jolene, Jolene.
Jeannie Mose, CNN, New York.
Oh, I feel bad for her.
I never thought I would feel bad for an alligator.
I know.
But I certainly do.
I don't understand how eating works, but
I hope the tongue doesn't dry out. That's a
Yeah.
huge bed for a tongue. But
yeah, I'll be interested to hear what they end up naming her.
yes. I must say I don't have a favorite.
No?
No.
I like Gumdrop.
Gumdrop.
That was one of my favorites.
Okay.
Yes.
Excellent. Let's take a quick look outside. And we are looking at more showers today for some of our areas, and cool temperatures continue. Your First Alert weather forecast is coming up.
Plus, a robbery investigation sends Kennewick High School into lockdown. And the latest on the situation in Walla Walla after a strange smell turned up at the Marcus Whitman Hotel and Conference Center. Good Morning Northwest continues right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest, on your side.
Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Jill Sperling.
And I'm Jason Valentine. Welcome to Thursday, getting close to that vaunted weekend.
Yes.
Oh, and we're starting to, okay, it's still summer, but it felt so fallish yesterday. It
Yes.
felt like we were in Seattle.
I enjoyed it so much.
I enjoyed it too. Of course, it'll get old, I'm sure, at some point.
Yeah, but it refreshes everything. It feels good.
It does. And fall is almost here. We've got to wait till tomorrow night for that. Good morning, Jill. Good morning, everyone. Let's take a quick look outside, and got some folks on the highway, and we are looking to wake up to mostly cloudy conditions throughout our areas. Maybe not Yakima. Yakima, you're looking a little bit better than most of our other areas, and including Ellensburg. We've had some shower activity roll through most of our cities in the Mid-Columbia and the Blue Mountain region. We have another round coming, and it's going to be hitting the Blue Mountains here pretty quickly. Pretty heavy rain expected for the Blue Mountains, and we should see the shower activity kind of spread out through most of our cities. We are staying chilly, but a little warmer today for Yakima, 73-year high. But look at this, we're staying in those mid-60s for the Mid-Columbia and lower 60s to upper 50s for the Blue Mountain region. So chilly conditions are continuing. So off and on showers, a little bit more wind for Yakima, oddly enough, 15 to 10 mile per hour. So an interesting day all over the place today. Our highs, we're all the way from 73 to 58. More rain today. Fall hits early, hits tomorrow night, staying cool throughout our areas. I'll get you ready for your Thursday and my First Alert weather forecast coming up. But for right now, I'm going to send it back to Jill.
Thank you, Jason. Kennewick High School had to be put into lockdown yesterday morning because of a robbery investigation involving a pair of shoes. Kennewick police say just before 10 o'clock yesterday morning, a juvenile assaulted another person, stole their shoes, then ran inside Kennewick High School. Police say that's what prompted the lockdown. Officers were able to find and arrest the suspect inside the school. They've been booked into the Juvenile Justice Center on suspicion of second-degree robbery. We continue to track the developing situation in Walla Walla nearly a week after a mysterious smell forced the evacuation of the Marcus Whitman Hotel. Investigators eventually found what appears to be gasoline in a basement sump of the hotel and of a vacant building across the street. Crews are still working to figure out where that fuel is coming from. And now the Department of Ecology has joined in the effort to determine if the contamination has impacted the ground or the water. City officials say so far they haven't found any contamination in Mill Creek, although they've installed booms to make sure that gasoline doesn't get into the water there. Meanwhile, the Walla Walla Post Office, which is right in that area, is still closed. Delivery should be operating as normal. But if you have to pick up a package, you'll need to go all the way to West Richland. And if you have a P.O. box, you'll need to go to the College Place Post Office with ID to pick up your mail. The 51st annual Yakima Town Hall series kicked off yesterday with a big-name speaker, investigative journalist Bob Woodward, author of All the President's Men and a crucial player in uncovering the Watergate scandal. Apple Valley News Now's Emily Goodell reports it was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for dozens of students invited to listen but even more so for those who dream of following in Woodward's footsteps.
Bob Woodward's name has been synonymous with investigative journalism since the 1970s, when he helped uncover the Watergate scandal that led to President Nixon's resignation.
Over 50 years, I've done hundreds of stories for the Washington Post, written 22 books.
Stories he shared with dozens of students Wednesday at the Capitol Theater, some of them aspiring journalists with the Unleashed program.
It's just so fun for me to, get to step out of the world I know and go out and reach and talk to new people.
You don't have to write about one thing. You don't have to, go in like one place. You can travel.
I just want to be able to share the voice of others.
Those young reporters got the opportunity of a lifetime to not only meet Woodward, but interview him, reporter to reporter.
It was amazing. I'm still kind of starstruck about it.
Here's someone who's just done so much for journalism and is easily one of the top 10 reporters of all time, and I'm sitting less than 6 feet away from him.
Passing on his hard-earned wisdom.
As a reporter, when you have a moment like this, you need to shut up and listen.
And inspiring the next generation.
It's the greatest job you can have.
It made me really interested and yes it is.
Yes it is. In Yakima, Emily Goodell, Apple Valley News Now.
The Yakima Town Hall series continues next month with Dr. Sue Varma, followed by Zani Gorman and former Olympian Apollo Anton Ono next spring. The Yakima Valley Library's Bookmobile is now up to 20 stops, stretching from the Nile in the upper Yakima Valley down to Sunnyside in the lower valley. To get the word out about their services, they've been doing story times for children at stops across the county, including at Kiwanis Park yesterday. The book is called Houdini Was, and Houdini the hamster himself was there to help.
The book itself was written by an elementary school class in Richland, and we feel it's really important to promote local authors, and we've got a whole class worth of local authors.
They're having another story time today at the Atanum Berry Patch from 12:30 to 1:45. You can see a full schedule for the Bookmobile at yvl.org. We have a follow-up for you this morning. We told you about the Tri-Cities Houseplant Lovers Group plan to hold a food drive and their request for donations. Well, Tri-Cities, you certainly showed up. Organizers tell us they collected almost 500 pounds of food for local food banks.
We had people bringing in multiple bags of canned and boxed goods to donate. So it was just really wonderful to see our little group that's been geared around generosity, really extend that generosity outside of the plant world and into the community.
They donated all of that food to the Tri-Cities Food Bank. Tri-Cities Houseplant Lovers will continue to do food drives in the near future, so stay tuned for the next one. Jason Valentine returns now with a look at your morning weather forecast.
Good Thursday morning, everyone, and we are looking at more shower activity and cool temperatures, especially for the Mid-Columbia and the Blue Mountain region. Let me get you ready for your Thursday and my first alert weather forecast coming right up.
Plus, rising COVID cases in Grant County have put health officials on alert. What they're recommending to the community next.
Injured on the road or on the job? Visit FromBackAutumn.com. Gather vital information on your type of injury claim. Learn more about our Bulldog Tough attorneys. Chat live about your needs with one of our representatives. Even schedule a free consultation. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. All from the comfort and convenience of your home. FromBackAutumn.com. Motivators are standing by. Brumback and Autumn. Bulldog Tough.
Everybody in the Tri-Cities has been to a Hubby's Pizza Party, right? You haven't? Acquire the Hubby's habit and book your party today. Delicious, mouth-watering food made with only the freshest ingredients. It's party time at Hubby's Pizza, a hometown favorite for nearly 45 years. Book your party today.
Stop thinking, let things happen, and be the ball. Better yet, see the ball with K2 Vision RLE. K2 Vision RLE. No readers, glasses, contacts, or cataracts.
Come home to flooring for the whole family at Great Floors. Elevate your space with beautiful flooring for the whole family, including the four-legged ones. Great Floors offers a large selection of Shaw Pet Perfect flooring with exclusive discounts. Shop carpet, laminate, and hardwood at Great Floors. Ask about exclusive Great Floors 12-month financing options. Visit a showroom today and live life on Great Floors.
I'm Buzz the Bee from the Painting Bees. I'm a local bee. I started painting houses, and here I am. So what do? We're a local painting company. We paint exterior, we do interior painting, and cabinetry as well. And we're here to take care of everybody, even the DIYers. And so why shouldn't you do this by yourself? Because of our combined 15 years of experience painting homes in the Tri-Cities area. So if you're interested in a free estimate, visit our website or call us at 509-591-8160.
Give yourself that new car feeling with a detail from ProClean Auto Detail Systems. Details start at just $125 and we'll make your car look and feel like new. Gift certificates are available. Forget the rest and come to the best. ProClean Auto Detail Systems.
The best way to end your day.
That is good TV.
Friends, tonight at 11:05.
Welcome back on this Thursday morning. Well, the FDA and CDC recently endorsed an updated COVID-19 vaccine for the upcoming season. And health officials say even if you got vaccinated before, you might want to get the new shot. Apple Valley News Now's Anna Trejo talked to health officials about what's different this time around.
Grant County has been experiencing a rise in COVID cases, and health officials are urging everyone to get the updated vaccine booster. According to the health district, the reason for this spike is the desire to spend more time indoors, and with school back up, we tend to spend more time in group settings. So it is important to stay informed and updated with vaccines to try eliminating the spike in COVID cases.
This season, we're looking at Omicron variant XBB.1.5.2. And so this new vaccine better protects against that variant. So just like how the flu vaccine works.
The updated vaccine is not yet available all over Washington, but it is expected to arrive in the next several days. However,
most recently, Walgreens was ready to go with the vaccine and they will start scheduling appointments, I think now.
This year, the government will not be covering free vaccines, but many insurance plans will help cover the cost of the vaccine. And Lexi says there are resources for those without insurance.
And anybody 18 and younger can get it for free. And then there's an adult vaccine program worth looking into too, as a resource if your insurance does not cover the COVID vaccine.
Grant County Health District has partnered up with Care A Van to host 2 free vaccine clinics this fall. Both clinics will be open for walk-ins and walk-ins only. For those who are interested in attending, the clinics will be in Soap Lake October 16th from 4 to 7 p.m. and in Warden October 23rd from 4 to 7 p.m. Ana Trejo, Apple Valley News Now.
And as we're seeing cases tick up in some areas, the Health and Human Services Secretary said yesterday the U.S. government is relaunching a program to provide COVID-19 at-home tests for free. You'll be able to order 4 free tests through covidtest.gov starting Monday, September 25th. Well, Providence St. Mary Medical Center will be holding a free flu shot clinic coming up Saturday, October 7th. They'll have walk-up and drive-up options. The vaccine clinic is only for adults aged 18 to 64. And if you're over 64, you can still get the adult vaccine, but most experts recommend a special high-dose version instead. Coming up, the family of a North Carolina man who died while following Google Maps is suing the tech giant for negligence after he drove his car off a collapsed bridge. And folks, I'll return with your first alert weather forecast. I'm going to get you ready for your Thursday, your weekend, and some shower activity next week as well. That's next on Good Morning Northwest.
When you or your loved one has been seriously injured, you want the best law firm on your side. Abeta Nelson Injury Law is the most highly awarded and experienced personal injury firm in Central Washington. Our office has secured the most million-dollar car crash recoveries in Central Washington. You can trust us to have your back. The time for bringing your claim is limited, so don't wait. Call us today for a no-obligation consultation. Abeta Nelson, we take your injury personally.
Does your bath or shower need a remodel? Bath Fitter can do it all.
We'll remove your existing fiberglass tub or shower and replace it with a custom crafted shower or soaker tub. All made in America at our state-of-the-art factory. We rebuild your walls with new drywall and install a custom-made tub or shower with seamless walls in as little as 1 day. All work is guaranteed and built to last. Call your locally owned Bath Fitter store now to book your free in-home estimate or visit bathfitter.com.
Our phones keep us constantly connected.
Please switch to airplane mode.
But what if they had a mode to help us actually connect? Introducing Us Mode, a mode that makes our phones less distracting, so we can focus on quality time. So the notifications we get are the ones that matter. So we're never distracted from what's most important. Visit US Cellular in-store or online to set up Us Mode for free, even if you're not a customer. US Cellular, built for us.
Now's the time to get a great deal on select Kubota equipment. Part of the #1 rated tractor brand for durability and owner experience in the U.S., they offer the versatility and reliability to get the job done right, all year round. Right now at participating dealers, get a Kubota compact tractor for 0 down, 0% APR for 84 months.
Find a Kubota dealer near you at GoKubota.com.
Saturday, primetime Deion Sanders brings his Colorado Buffaloes to Autzen Stadium to face Oregon in the final Pac-12 opener for both teams. The Buffaloes battle the Ducks, Saturday starting at 12:30 on Apple Valley News Now.
Stacy Lee. She knows the Northwest, and she knows Northwest weather.
And we're always working to make sure you get smart, complete forecasts.
Stacy Lee, Apple Valley News Now First Alert Weather, weeknights at 5, 6, and 6:30. She's on your side.
E.T. and Extra, tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
Extra. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Jason Valentine.
Good Thursday morning, everyone. Starting to see just a hint of light out there on our sky cam, and we have a interesting day on the way. We're kind of a tale of two regions. Yakima Valley, you're going to be warmer, a little windier, and see a little bit of sunshine today. Mid-Columbia and Blues, you're going to see more shower activity and stay cool, maybe even cooler than we saw yesterday. So we're looking at our radar. We've had some shower activity rumble through most of our areas in the Mid-Columbia and the Blue Mountain region. We still have more shower activity on the way, just right on deck. So let's take a closer look on our Skywatch radar. And most of the shower activity is through the Tri-Cities and through most of our areas. That green you see around Pendleton, not right now, but as we move into the next, right about there, that is an echo of the radar system that is perched right in Pendleton. So there isn't more rain circling that area, at least as we speak. So as we're taking a look at the futurecast, we're going to see that shower activity rumble into Walla Walla, Pendleton, as we move along in our morning hours, pretty heavy along the Blue Mountain region. Then as we move into our afternoon, we'll see that kind of sashay over to the west into the Tri-Cities, and eventually maybe a hint coming into Yakima and Toppenish. Tomorrow morning could see a little bit more shower activity coming really into the Blue Mountain region. Other than that, we're going to be staying much nicer, and we'll see more clearing and sunshine into our Saturday. But cool conditions are going to be ruling the roost. And speaking of ruling the roost, the shower activity is due to that low pressure system moving into the south part of Oregon, just churning in those showers, also contributing to some cooler temperatures and snow in some of the upper elevations of the mountains in the northwest. So a lot of changes. Yes, it is still summer, at least on the calendar. So our current temperatures, mid to lower 50s, mid to upper 40s for Yakima and Ellensburg. So staying chilly there. Kind of reverse that though. It's going to be warmer in Yakima and Ellensburg than any of our other cities. Now this is for the Tri-Cities. We're still going to be 66 today, and only get up to the mid to lower 70s for Friday, Saturday, and then right around that 70-degree mark Sunday into our next work week. Winds, we do expect to see 15 to 10 mile per hour winds in the Yakima Valley today. Ellensburg, for the rest of our regions, 10 mile per hour to less than that. So a little bit of breezy conditions. We do expect winds to pick up as we get into our next work week. We do expect showers to return then as well. All right, today our highs, again, warmer, Yakima Valley, mid to lower 70s, including Ellensburg. In the Mid-Columbia, all the way from Hanford at 72 to 63 in Hermiston, and it's even cooler over in the Blue Mountain region. 61 for Walla Walla, 58 for Pendleton. 7-day forecast, and we're going to be right in those mid to lower 70s through Saturday for Yakima. And again, don't forget, we hit fall tomorrow late. As we get into our Sunday and our next work week, we're going to be in those mid to lower 60s. More shower activity on the way. In the Tri-Cities area, warm up slightly tomorrow into our weekend, and more shower activity expected next week as well. So for today, more shower activity, Mid-Columbia and Blue Mountain region, maybe a hint of evening showers, Yakima, Ellensburg. Staying chilly today and warming up slightly, but still well below our average for this time of year into our weekend.
A North Carolina family says depending on Google Maps cost a man his life. The tragedy is now part of a case which includes accusations the company ignored multiple calls to correct its directions to what became a deadly crossing. Here's ABC's Andrew Dimbert.
The family of a father of two killed after driving off this bridge is now suing Google, claiming the company's app led to his death.
Everything that we thought was our future kind of just changed and disappeared in an instant.
Philip Paxson was driving home late at night from his daughter's birthday party outside Charlotte, North Carolina. His family says he was following a Google Map route that led him down this road to where a bridge had washed out 9 years earlier. Paxson's car flipping as it fell off the unguarded edge of the collapsed bridge, trapping him underwater where he drowned.
Phil had no idea that for 9 years, there was a 20-foot canyon in the middle of the road, in the middle of a residential neighborhood.
This image, allegedly captured after the incident, shows the route Paxson's family says he took. The red box shows the road with the collapsed bridge. The blue line denotes a passable road.
For years, Google attempted to lead people over a collapsed bridge despite being notified by users of this exact danger.
The lawsuit claims in the years before the accident, multiple people wrote to Google about the error, but nothing was done.
I want who's ever responsible, to be held accountable. And, we want to make sure that this doesn't happen to anyone else.
In response, Google saying, "We have the deepest sympathies for the Paxson family. Our goal is to provide accurate routing information in maps, and we are reviewing this lawsuit." Andrew Dimbert, ABC News, New York.
The family is seeking compensation and punitive damages. No amount has been requested yet. The owners of the bridge and private road are also named in the suit. When we return on Good Morning Northwest, the UAW and Writers Guild are heading back to the negotiating table after talks stall out.
No insurance? No problem. At West Richland Family Dental and Prime Dental Pasco, our membership plan starts at just $79 and costs only $35 a month. That's 2 cleanings, x-rays, and much more for just $35 a month. Learn more at WRFDC.com or PDPNW.com. Find us at one of our 2 locations, West Richland Family Dental and Prime Dental Pasco. Stunning smiles for the whole family.
For real? Missing kickoff? Not on my watch. Ultima's fuel efficient VC turbo engine hustles like an MVP. Game on.
Drive the Nissan Altima. Get a low $329 per month lease on Altima or get 0% financing for 36 months on the Altima SR-VC Turbo.
Get 2.9% APR for 36 months on most 2024 Cadillac models. Visit your Yakima and Tri-Cities Cadillac dealer today.
Cut your ties to the fuel pump with an electric vehicle from Overturf Kia, your EV headquarters. You'll find a great selection of new vehicles in stock now. Save over $5,500 on a new 2023 all-electric EV6 Wind with all-wheel drive. Now just $48,999. Or get 2.49% interest for up to 72 months. Take delivery today or reserve a car that's on its way. Shop online anytime at overturfkia.com. Overturf Kia at the base of the Blue Bridge in Kennewick.
Honey, that was my brother. Can we bring him dinner tomorrow? He's been having a hard time since his accident.
Of course. I know it's been tough. There's so many costs that his insurance doesn't even cover.
I know. The ramp to his front door, transportation, meal preparation. What if something happens to one of us?
We should plan to sit down soon. We can look through the long-term care benefits that we're earning with WA Cares.
Find out how the WA Cares Fund can help. Portions of Apple Valley News Now, sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
Welcome back, everyone. Well, possible movement in two major U.S. worker strikes. United Auto Worker leaders were back in talks yesterday with two of the top three U.S. automakers. According to a source familiar with the meetings, in Hollywood, screenwriters have been on picket lines for months, with most major productions essentially halted. Their union leaders are now back at the negotiating table with its studio heads. Laura Aguirre has the latest from both of these high-profile collective bargaining showdowns.
On day 6 of the auto workers' strike, the clock is ticking.
No wheels, no deals.
The union says more plants will strike if executives at the Big Three don't offer better contracts by noon on Friday. An impasse continues over demands like wage increases, pensions, and a 4-day work week.
I have a problem with the approach the union's taking. Let's pay people what they deserve, but let's not be paying for people not to work.
I stand with the striking UAW workers. They deserve to share in these record profits that the executives are taking home.
The UAW, Ford, and GM are in talks Wednesday, says a source familiar with negotiations, adding the union meets with Stellantis, which owns Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram, on Thursday. Union screenwriters, producers, and actors have been picketing for weeks, but talks between writers, producers, and major studios resumed Wednesday. Key sticking points: higher pay, streaming data transparency, and how artificial intelligence is used.
I support WGA and SAG as it relates to their existential stress as it relates to streaming and how it's radically changing the business model as it relates to artificial intelligence.
I don't want industry, studios to be able to use my likeness in perpetuity. We're striking as a whole because we're a family, and if one artist is struggling, we're all struggling.
I'm Laura Aguirre reporting.
So getting back to the car strike, General Motors officially idled 2,000 employees at the company's Fairfax plant in Kansas Wednesday afternoon. The company says the move is in response to a UAW walkout at GM's Wentzville assembly plant in Missouri and had warned last week the idling was coming. The White House was set to send the acting labor secretary and senior advisor to Detroit Wednesday to help forge a resolution, but instead will aid the negotiating from D.C. after the head of the UAW said the president's team would not be key in brokering a deal to end that strike. Coming up, House Republicans are negotiating a way to avert shutdown as the September 30th deadline is just over a week away. That's next on Good Morning Northwest on this Thursday morning.
Spicy Chicken McNuggets, breaded in tempura and made with cayenne, are just the right amount of fire emoji, chili emoji, grinning face with sweat emoji, and wouldn't it be double fire emoji if they came back? Spicy Chicken McNuggets, they're back. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Welcome to the Village Bistro. I wanted to share with you some of the things we have on our menu. We're open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. One of our favorite dishes here is the Keto Bowl, loaded with delicious vegetables such as squash, zucchini, broccoli, and then you get to pick your protein, such as smoked Polish sausage, chicken, shrimp, or steak. Another favorite dish we have here is our meatball sub. You have to try this. It is delicious. We love to get to know each customer, and we want you to feel like family when you're here. We can't wait to see you at the Village Bistro.
Shelter. Out here, it's the most important thing. But the good thing is, my Ford F-150 provides enough power to keep working.
Get a great deal on an F-150, only at your local Ford dealer.
Summer is about going places. No matter where you're going, we have the perfect RV to fit your family. So go ahead, go adventure seeking, go record breaking, go bucket list achieving, go sunshine soaking, go quality time spending, go good time having and memory making. And go with the confidence of knowing that everything you need is with you the whole time. Summertime may be flying by fast, but good old family fun is always here to stay. Broadmoor RV, we make camping fun.
got Columbia Basin Buildings and Sheds, your local Old Hickory Sheds dealer. We sell and deliver a wide variety of buildings, including storage sheds, lofted barns, playhouses, cabins, and more. Come visit us at 3680 West Van Giesen Street in West Richland.
Follow the allure of mystical money at Legends Casino Hotel, where we're giving away $30,000 every Thursday in September. Magically earn entries by using your Legends rewards card when playing your favorite slot machines, and you could be destined to win $3,000, $8,000, or $10,000 every Thursday in September. It doesn't take winged sandals to get here. Just get here for $120,000 in mystical money, only at Legends Casino Hotel.
Shelter. Out here, it's the most important thing. But the good thing is, my Ford F-150 provides enough power to keep working.
Get a great deal on an F-150, only at your local Ford dealer.
If something's missing in your morning without a McDonald's breakfast, then try a new bagel sandwich with fluffy egg, melty cheese, and your choice of a steak patty with grilled onion or bacon or sausage. Well, those will fill the void deliciously. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Portions of Apple Valley News Now, sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
A government shutdown continues to loom as the GOP looks to mend rifts in its own party. And after months of waiting, the Joint Chiefs of Staff finally have a confirmed chairman.
The Columbia and Blue Mountain region, you're most likely going to wake up to a wet car this morning with more showers on the way for some of our cities. I'll get you prepared in my first alert weather forecast.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest, on your side.
Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Jill Sperling.
And I'm Jason Valentine. Welcome to Thursday, getting close to that ever elusive weekend.
Yes, elusive.
Yes, it just seems elusive, doesn't it? And we do have fall hitting tomorrow. The autumnal equinox hits tomorrow late night.
Feeling a bit like fall this morning.
Oh, yesterday? Yes.
I love a rainy morning.
I do. That was there was a country act named Eddie Rabbitt. He had a big hit with "I Love a Rainy Night."
Oh, okay.
So I thought you were about to say that. Well, let's take a look outside. Eddie Rabbitt, haven't thought of him in about 20 years. Folks, we are looking at more cloud coverage throughout our regions, and we do expect to see more shower activity for the Blue Mountain region and the Mid-Columbia as we move along in our morning. We could see some late showers for Yakima as we get to our evening hours. So it's kind of a tale of two regions. We're going to have winds picking up 10 to 15 mile per hour, Ellensburg, Yakima. Lighter winds for the Mid-Columbia and the Blues, but you can see we have more shower activity on deck starting to get into the Blue Mountain region. That should persist through the morning and then start to move a little west as we move into our afternoon. Yakima area, you are warmer. We're right around 73, so about 8 or so degrees warmer than yesterday. We're staying chilly in the Mid-Columbia, Tri-Cities, highs around 65. Again, off and on showers, very likely. In the Walla Walla region, expect heavy rains this morning and in the next couple of hours, and then we'll see things start to slow down. High of 61. Whew, it is chilly out there for some of our cities. So more rain today. Fall hits early, staying cool, and I won't bring Eddie Rabbitt up again, but for right now, we're going to send it back to Jill.
Now to Capitol Hill, where lawmakers have just 9 days to avert a federal government shutdown. Republican House Speaker Kevin McCarthy says he has a short-term funding solution, but it's unclear if it has enough support to advance in the House and the Democrat-led Senate. More from ABC's Justin Finch in Washington.
After an hours-long meeting with House Republican conference members, Speaker Kevin McCarthy leaving optimistic about a short-term government funding deal they worked out.
We had a great discussion. I think we've got a plan to move forward.
Sources tell ABC News the proposal includes deeper spending cuts and stricter border policies, but faces an uphill battle in the Senate. Former House Speaker Nancy Pelosi accusing Republicans of not keeping their word on spending levels agreed to with Democrats, taking swipes at the stopgap proposal.
So it's very hard when you don't have shared values.
Some hardline Republicans are voicing opposition too, saying McCarthy is breaking deals he made with them to become Speaker.
All we've gotten are lies and broken promises and failure and shutdowns.
Without a funding plan, estimates project that 4 million workers won't be paid, including the military and federal law enforcement. Speaker McCarthy says he intends to hold House members in Washington until at least Saturday as that September 30th funding deadline looms.
President Zelensky is leading a country that is right at the forefront in the fight for democracy and the fight for what is right, and we need to support him.
New funding for Ukraine's fight against Russia also a sticking point in the Capitol Hill spending debate, with many Republicans now opposed. Ukraine's President Zelensky set to meet with House and Senate members today.
I want to make sure there's accountability where the resources are going. I want to see a plan of what we're looking for victory.
President Zelensky also meeting with President Biden at the White House today. A U.S. official says that Biden is expected to announce a new military aid package that includes resources to bolster Ukraine's air defenses. While the threat of a government shutdown looms over Washington, D.C., another matter that had also been in limbo for part of this year is starting to resolve. The Senate confirmed the nomination of General C.Q. Brown as the next chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff. Wednesday night's vote came after a months-long stalemate that held up hundreds of military promotions led by Alabama Senator and former college football coach Tommy Tuberville. Tuberville has been holding up votes for his opposition over his opposition to Defense Department policy reimbursing travel costs for service members who would go across state lines to seek an abortion. Majority Leader Chuck Schumer says he doesn't want to vote on the promotions one by one, but he's cut off Tuberville's threat to breach protocol and set up a vote himself.
Besides the most extreme elements of the Republican Party, no one thinks this is a good idea. And in the face of that opposition, it seems that Senator Tuberville is becoming more and more desperate to get out of the box he has put himself in. He's desperate to shift the responsibility onto others. But I've made it clear that we will not allow anyone to shift this onto Democrats. The Senate should not have to go through procedural hoops just to please one brazen and misguided senator. But this is where we are.
The Senate is set to vote on the new Army Chief of Staff and the new Marine Corps Commandant later today. Divisive and corrupt. Those are words Americans use to describe the current political climate in the country. That dismal conclusion comes from a new Pew Research Center report released Tuesday. The authors say Americans have an unrelentingly negative view of politics and elected officials, and they don't think things will get better soon. A mere 14% of adults surveyed believe most elected officials care about the thoughts of people like them, and only 15% think political leaders ran for office because of a desire to serve the public. Instead, a majority think their elected representatives are only in politics to make money. The findings may be especially notable for incumbents as more voters are registering to take part in national elections. Jason Valentine returns now with a look at your morning weather forecast.
We have light on your Thursday morning if you're in the Mid-Columbian Blues. Probably some raindrops on your car. We have more rain on the way. I'll get you set for your Thursday coming up.
Plus, a rare $10,000 bill printed during the Great Depression sells for way more than its initial worth.
This newscast sponsored by Walker's Furniture and Mattress.
Prosser Memorial Health has received a 5-star rating from the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services. Prosser Memorial Health is one of just 483 hospitals nationwide to receive their highest rating, and the only critical access hospital in the state of Washington. For more than 75 years, Prosser Memorial Health has provided high-quality and compassionate care to our communities served. It's our privilege, and we look forward to bringing you a new hospital in 2025. This is how we care.
Are you looking for a bank that has traditional values and modern solutions? Are you looking for a bank that is member-owned? Are you looking for a bank that leaves a lasting impact on the community? I've got news for you. You're not looking for a bank. Belong to something better. Join Hatho Community Credit Union, where you are more than just a member. Visit hatho.org to join today. Where do you credit union?
Warning, your air conditioner unit needs service. Would you like me to call Bruce?
Yes, call Bruce.
Thanks to today's modern technology, It's never been easier to call Bruce Heating and Air. When your AC unit needs serviced, call Bruce.
Oh my gosh.
Let's get this party started.
Just make sure you call the right Bruce.
Now through September 30th, receive rebates up to $2,250 off on a new Daikin Fit system when you finance through Bruce Heating and Air. Terms and conditions apply. See dealer for details.
Bruce Heating and Air.
Stop thinking, let things happen, and be the ball. Better yet, see the ball with K2 Vision RLE. K2 Vision RLE. No readers, glasses, contacts, or cataracts.
Shelby's Floral, your homegrown neighbor with worldwide connections for over 45 years. Shelby's, more than just a flower shop, specializing in beautiful custom arrangements, live plants, silk florals, home decor, and all things fall. We're unique and we're here for all of life's occasions. Shelby's Floral at the corner of Clearwater and Edison in Kennewick. Stop by today and let our experienced designers help you with all of your floral needs. Shelby's Floral.
I'm Jan Baldwin, and I built this. And I built this. We get all our building materials from Par. They've been part of our success for 3 generations.
Par, family owned since 1930. Go where the builders go.
What are you going to build?
Are you ready for some Monday Night Football? This week, Monday Night Football starts early as Jalen Hurts and the Eagles take on Baker Mayfield and the Buccaneers. Philadelphia, Tampa Bay, Monday starting at 4, only on Apple Valley News Now.
Don't walk, run to an all-new Live.
No running.
No running.
Speed walk.
Next Live, Julianne Hough from Dancing with the Stars.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
A $10,000 bill has sold at auction for $480,000. That currency dates back to the Great Depression and at one time was the country's highest denomination in circulation.
That looks funny. It looks fake. The country actually had a $100,000 bill at one point, but that was only for transfers between Federal Reserve banks. Those larger denominations were phased out in 1969 due to lack of use. In recent decades, the $100 bill has been the highest bill available. There was also a $1,000 bill.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just C notes now.
Yeah. I'm not as familiar with the American currency growing up in Canada.
That's right.
But I do remember having an old $2 bill, and I always wondered if it would rise in value, but
Yes.
I don't know that it ever really did.
And your coin, it's a toonie, right?
It's
you have
a
a
toonie.
loonie?
We have a loonie and a toonie, yes.
See, I love that. That's fun for me. All right, quick look outside. All of your full forecast coming up next. Let me get you ready for your Thursday.
And coming up, the Seattle Police Community Commission has issued a disciplinary recommendation for the officer who is on record saying a woman killed by a police vehicle had limited value. That's next on Good Morning Northwest.
Let a Mattress Depot USA sleep specialist put you on the mattress that matches your sleeping habits.
Stop by today. You'll sleep better tonight.
Low prices every day. Mattress Depot USA.
In this economy, we're all feeling the impact of inflation, and as interest rates continue to rise, getting a vehicle loan can sometimes be a challenge. That's why now is a great time to lease a new Ford. Right now, lease a 2023 Mustang Mach-E for 36 months for $589 a month with zero due at signing. Security deposit waived by Ford Credit. Offer expires 10/2. These deals won't last long, so come visit Corwin Ford Tri-Cities today. A documentary service fee in an amount up to $200 may be added to the sale price or the capitalized cost.
Summer is about going places. No matter where you're going, we have the perfect RV to fit your family. So go ahead, go adventure seeking, go record breaking, go bucket list achieving, go sunshine soaking, go quality time spending, go good time having and memory making, and go with the confidence of knowing that everything you need is with you the whole time. Summertime may be flying by fast, but good old family fun is always here to stay. Broadmoor RV, we make camping fun.
There once was a famed country music philosopher named Joe Diffie who said, if it weren't for trucks, we wouldn't have tailgates. So this got me thinking, if we didn't have tailgates, we wouldn't have tailgate parties. And I'm pretty sure if we didn't have tailgate parties, we probably wouldn't have football. And if we didn't have football, well anyway, I'm just thankful for tailgates, that's all. Here's to a great tailgate season. Come see us today and feel the power of Pingree.
The road can be a crazy place. Uh-oh! That's why Les Schwab Tires fixes brakes, steering, and more. And those guys don't. Keep driving. I'm just glad Les Schwab puts my safety first, so I can backseat drive with confidence.
During our fall tire sale, save up to $250 on a set of 4 select tires. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
Did you know Astria Health has a board-certified plastic surgeon offering cosmetic and reconstructive procedures? If you're struggling with your appearance or want to repair damage, Astria offers several treatments and procedures, including surgical options. Dr. Bronson offers breast procedures, abdominoplasty, liposuction, facelifts, and more. Ask your primary care provider for a referral to Dr. Bronson. Astria Health, exceptional rural health care close to home.
At Mattress Depot USA, we realize your top priority is to get a quality mattress at a great price.
And it never hurts to do business with someone local.
Low prices every day. Mattress Depot USA.
This newscast sponsored by Walker's Furniture and Mattress. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Jason Valentine.
Good Thursday morning, everyone. Getting oh so close to that weekend. Quite a bit of cloud coverage for most of our areas this morning. As I said, we did have some shower activity roll through in the past couple of hours in your overnight period. Most of that is now south of us in the northern central part of Oregon. Still have a little bit of a strand in the right between Tri-Cities and Prosser, but we have another round of showers on the way. So let's take a little bit closer look. And yes, most of the showers have moved on. There's that little band still in Benton City and just to the the east of Prosser. So shower activity will resume here in a bit for the Blue Mountain region as we move along in our morning. And look at those that's very heavy rainfall coming into pretty much the upper elevations of the Blues. As we move along in our morning, it's going to slowly start to move to the west, and then the Tri-Cities will get in on the party near afternoon to evening hours, and then moving over into Yakima possibly very quickly. And our last bit of shower activity could be tomorrow morning in the Blues. Then we'll see a little bit of clearing as we get to Friday night into Saturday, but still more cloud coverage than not for our weekend. But we are going to slightly warm up into our weekend. Here's a more macro look at the low pressure system right now in our morning hours. It's in the central, let's just say eastern part of Oregon. Then it's just going to slowly move to the south. And then finally, that shower activity is going to come to an end. So as we're moving into, again, our weekend, our first weekend of fall, we're very cool this morning. We're very similar to what we saw yesterday morning, mid to lower 50s, lower to upper 40s for a couple of our cities. So our temperature trend, we are going to be warming up, if you can call it that, into the mid to lower 70s for tomorrow and into the rest of our weekend and into our next work week. Today, though, it just depends on where you're at. We're much cooler in the Mid-Columbian Blues than we are in the Yakima Valley, which makes sense because we're getting all that cool air from that lower pressure system coming in. So wind speeds, could see 10 to 15 mile per hour winds, Ellensburg through Toppenish, 10 to less for the rest of our cities. And winds, they're going to be picking up as we get to our next work week, especially Tuesday and Wednesday. And we do expect more showers then as well. So our highs today, lower 70s for Yakima, Toppenish, and we can even throw Ellensburg in there. For the Mid-Columbia, from 72 in Hanford to 66 in the Tri-Cities and even 63 in Hermiston. Chilly, lower 60s to upper 50s in the Blue Mountain region. So very cold for this time of year. And again, that is about 20 degrees off of our usual highs for this time of year in Pendleton. So 7-day forecast going to be in those lower 70s for Yakima to mid 70s through Saturday, then cooling down to the mid to upper 60s Sunday and into our next work week. And it's looking wet next week. Of course, we'll keep a close eye on that. Tri-Cities area back to 72 tomorrow, then right around that 70-degree mark starting Sunday into our next work week. So for today, morning showers in the Blues Afternoon showers will transition into the mid-Columbia and then maybe a quick shower or two for the Yakima Valley. But staying very cool today and cool into our first weekend of fall.
A Seattle police officer who was caught mocking a dead woman on camera may face unpaid leave. That's the new recommendation from a community police commission. Natalie Swaby reports.
No, it's a regular person.
The Seattle police body cam video.
Yeah.
The crass comments of Officer Otterer are disturbing. Is why the Community Police Commission met today and sent this letter to Police Chief Adrian Diaz.
We're asking the chief to put Detective Otterer on indefinite unpaid leave.
That request, after Detective Dan Otterer's comments made in January, recently came to light. Otterer was dispatched to assist with a collision after another officer on his way to an emergency struck and killed John V. Kandula. Otterer, who is the vice president of the police union, says as he drove home, his conversation with union president Mike Solon was recorded. He says when Solon asked what crazy argument a lawyer can make in something like this, Otterer responded.
Yeah, just write a check. Just, yeah, $11,000. She was 26 anyway. She had limited value.
In a letter to the Office of Police Accountability, Otterer explained he was not making fun of the death, but instead mocking the callousness of the legal system.
For me, it was just so horrible that what is the context that makes that okay?
During the commission meeting, a member of the force joined virtually, urging his colleagues to consider the trust of the people they're protecting.
The day that this story broke and I had to go to work, I knew what was coming. When something like this happens, it damages years and years of inroads and progress. And we have to start all over again. But I would implore officers to think before they speak, because the damage that is done is irreparable and it hurts other officers.
I'll be right back with the morning sprint and a final check on your forecast. But first, a look at what's ahead on Good Morning America.
In this morning's GMA First Look, the best-selling authors taking on OpenAI, the creator of ChatGPT. More than a dozen authors now suing OpenAI, claiming it used their books to train its ChatGPT bot without their permission and without compensation. OpenAI responding to the lawsuit, saying in a statement, "We respect the rights of writers and authors and are working to understand their concerns." This morning, two of those writers, Michael Connolly and David Baldacci, are telling GMA why they've taken this legal step.
They shouldn't have taken them and fed it into this machine without even contacting me.
I feel so violated. It's like someone had just taken my entire library without my knowing it.
So what plot twist will come next? It's all coming up at 7 a.m. With your GMA First Look, I'm Rebecca Jarvis, ABC News, New York.
Kayaking is my thing.
Running is awesome.
But her moderate to severe eczema would make her skin so uncomfortable.
I was always so itchy, especially when I was hot.
Now my skin doesn't itch as much.
Now we're staying ahead of her eczema.
There's a power inside all of us to live our passion, and Dupixent works on the inside to help heal your skin from within. It helps block a key source of inflammation inside the body that can cause eczema, so they can have clearer skin and less itch. Serious allergic reactions can occur that can be severe. Tell your doctor about new or worsening eye problems, such as eye pain or vision changes, including blurred vision, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines without talking to your doctor.
Healing from within is a wonderful thing.
Ask your child's eczema specialist how Dupixent can help heal their skin from within.
Now, the morning sprint.
Time right now is 6:53. We're going to get to your first alert forecast in a moment, but we begin with a look at this morning's top stories. Kennewick High School had to be put into lockdown yesterday morning because of a robbery investigation involving a pair of shoes. Kennewick police say just before 10 o'clock yesterday morning, a juvenile assaulted another person, stole their shoes, then ran inside Kennewick High School. Police say that's what prompted the lockdown. Officers were able to find and arrest the suspect inside the school. They've been booked into the Juvenile Justice Center on suspicion of second-degree robbery. We continue to track the developing situation in Walla Walla after a mysterious smell forced the evacuation of the Marcus Whitman Hotel. Investigators eventually found what appears to be gasoline in a basement sump of the hotel and of a vacant building across the street. Crews were still working to figure out where that fuel is coming from. And now the Department of Ecology has joined in the effort to determine if the contamination has impacted the ground or the water. Meanwhile, the Walla Walla Post Office, which is right in that area, is still closed. Delivery should be operating as normal, but if you have to pick up a package, you'll need to go all the way to West Richland. And if you have a P.O. box, you'll need to go to the College Place Post Office with ID to pick up your mail. The Yakima Valley Library's Bookmobile is now up to 20 stops, stretching from the Nile in the upper Yakima Valley down to Sunnyside in the lower valley. To get the word out about their services, they've been doing story times for children at stops across the county, including at Kiwanis Park yesterday. They're having another story time today at the Autanum Berry Patch from 12:30 to 1:45. You can see a full schedule for the Bookmobile at yvl.org. We have a follow-up for you about the Tri-Cities Houseplant Lovers Group's plan to hold a food drive and their request for donations. Tri-Cities, you certainly showed up. Organizers tell us they collected almost 500 pounds of food for local food banks. They donated all of that to the Tri-Cities Food Bank. Tri-Cities Houseplant Lovers will continue to do food drives in the near future, so stay tuned for the next one. The FDA and CDC recently endorsed an updated COVID-19 vaccine for the upcoming season. The bivalent COVID vaccine will no longer be available due to being less effective against the Omicron variants. According to Grant County Health District officials, this updated COVID vaccine will be available in the next few days. However, Walgreens is already starting to give these vaccines out. Officials say this vaccine will not be free, and most insurance plans should cover the cost.
All right, folks, let's get you ready for your Thursday. We do have quite a bit of cloud coverage this morning. We do have some wetness on the ground in the Mid-Columbia and the Blue Mountain region from overnight to morning showers. Those have mostly moved down to the south, but we still have some shower activity on deck. This is going to first move into the Blues, then move into the Mid-Columbia. So let's take a closer look. And we do have a little bit of a band that is almost finished running through the Benton City area, but seeing a little bit of shower activity there. So if you are traveling between Tri-Cities and Yakima or Prosser and Tri-Cities, you might run into a little bit of shower activity on the highway. So let's take a look at what you can expect for today. Here comes that next round of showers, very heavy for the Blue Mountain region and Walla Walla Pendleton. You can see some pretty good rain. Then it's going to start to slowly move west as we move into our evening hours and possibly getting into the Yakima Toppenish area. Our next round, very slight tomorrow morning for the Blues. Then we'll see some clearing as we head into Friday night into Saturday morning. So let's take a look at our currents, and we are staying chilly this morning, mid to lower 50s. 41 in Ellensburg. That's less than 10 degrees off of the freezing mark. 48 for Yakima. So definitely bundle up as you're heading out the door. We are seeing a little bit of wind kicking up out there, some double digits, so a little bit breezy at times. Quick look at our highs today. Lower 70s, Yakima, Toppenish, Ellensburg. Again, warmer today than yesterday in the Yakima Valley. Not as much in the Mid-Columbia. Down to 63 in Hermiston, 66 in Tri-Cities, and lower 60s to upper 50s for the Blue Mountain region. It's chilly and possibly wet today. Be careful. Jill.
Thanks for joining us on Good Morning Northwest. Your local news is back tonight at 5.